You know that feeling, right? That deep background hum of digital exhaustion. Well, today we're diving into a solution that doesn't come from some new app or a trendy productivity hack. No, this comes from 17th century Japan, from the mind of a Zen master advising one of the greatest samurais in history. So let's explore this ancient cure for our very, very modern crisis.
I want you to really think about this for a second. The laptop's closed, the phone is face down on the table, but your mind, it's still going, isn't it? It's still scrolling, replaying conversations, drafting emails in your head, worrying about that to-do list for tomorrow. You might even feel that phantom buzz of a notification in your pocket. Physically, you're at rest, but mentally, you are running a marathon with no finish line. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. And I want to be clear, this isn't some personal failing. It's a feature of the world we built. So here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to diagnose this crisis of digital burnout. Then we'll journey back in time to meet the samurai and their idea of an unfettered mind. After that, we'll see how ancient wisdom is actually being proven by modern neuroscience. Then we'll build a practical dojo for our digital lives, and finally, we'll tap into the incredible power of doing, well, nothing.
All right, let's kick things off by putting a real name to this modern problem. Because this isn't just about feeling tired. This is a systemic condition, and it's baked into the very architecture of our digital world.
And look, this isn't just a vague feeling. This is a recognized condition. The World Health Organization has officially classified burnout as an occupational phenomenon. Now, that's a really important distinction. It means it's not a disease you just catch or some kind of flaw in your character. No, it's a syndrome that comes from chronic, unmanaged stress. The big symptoms: total exhaustion, feeling cynical, or just distant from your job, and a real drop in how effective you feel. It's a formal diagnosis for a feeling millions of us have been struggling with. So where is all this chronic stress coming from? Well, it's from the world we live in now, the attention economy. Every single app, every website, every feed is engineered meticulously to capture and sell our most precious resource, our focus. They're all designed to give us these dopamine hits that keep us hooked, but the real effect is a brain that never, ever gets to calm down. This constant demand on our minds leads to something called cognitive fatigue. Our attention isn't just being spent, it's being stripped. And you can see the impact of this right down to the wiring in our skulls. Neuroscientists have found what they call the default mode network, or DMN. Think of it like your brain's autopilot. It's what kicks in when you're not focused on something specific. This is the part of your brain that worries about the future, chews on the past, replays conversations, and while it's supposed to be there, our crazy, overstimulated lives have made it chronically overactive. It just won't shut off. This is the science behind why you can feel absolutely drained after an hour of just sitting on the couch, scrolling through your phone. Your brain is never really off the clock. An overactive brain constantly getting stuck on one thing after another. It sounds like a uniquely modern nightmare, right? But it's a problem that was solved centuries ago, not in a science lab, but on the battlefield, where a free, unfettered mind was literally the difference between life and death. So picture this, it's the 17th century in Japan. A Zen master named Takuan Soho is writing letters to a man named Yagyu Munenori. Now, Munenori wasn't just some guy. He was the sword instructor to the shogun, the military ruler of the entire country. The stakes couldn't be higher. The advice in these letters, which became the Unfettered Mind, wasn't for meditating in some quiet temple. It was battle-tested wisdom on how to use Zen to achieve a state of mind that could act perfectly, instantly, in a life-or-death duel. And the core idea Takuan taught was Mushin. Now, this gets translated a lot as no mind, but that's kind of misleading. It doesn't mean having a totally blank, empty head. It means having a mind that is not fixed or stopped on any one thing. It's a mind that's fluid, totally present, and open to whatever is happening right now. Kind of like water that can flow anywhere and take any shape. It's a mind that is truly free, unfettered. And Takuan just nails it with this quote. He warned the swordmaster, he said, "If your mind stops on your opponent's blade, if you fixate on it, if you analyze it, if you worry about it for even a fraction of a second, that hesitation will kill you. The moment your mind gets stuck, you are no longer present, you're no longer responsive. Your mind has been captured, and you have, for all intents and purposes, already lost the fight." And this is where it all clicks. This is the bridge from their world to ours. The samurai's stoppage was getting his mind stuck on a physical sword. Our modern stoppage is getting our minds stuck on a digital notification, a nasty email, or a single comment online. For the samurai, the result of that stopped mind was instant and final: defeat. For us, the result is slower,
but it's just as certain. The creeping paralysis of mental exhaustion and burnout. The mechanism is exactly the same. A mind that stops is a mind that is captured.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds a bit poetic, right? A little philosophical? Well, hold on. Because the truly incredible part is that modern neuroscience is now showing us that Takuan Soho was describing a real, measurable state of the human brain.
Scientists call this state transient hypofrontality. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful. Let's just break that down. Transient means temporary. Hypo means less, and frontality refers to the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain that's like an anxious CEO, always planning, criticizing, overthinking everything. In this state, that inner voice, that constant worrier, it just temporarily goes quiet. The brain literally gets out of its own way.
And you have definitely heard of this state before. You just call it something else, the flow state. It's that magical feeling when an athlete says the game just slowed down, or a musician feels like the music is playing itself. Time melts away, that inner critic is gone, and your actions feel effortless, intuitive, and just perfect. This is the neuroscientific explanation for what the samurai called the unity of mind and body. It's peak performance, and it's achieved not by thinking harder, but by thinking less.
So let's put all the pieces together here. Remember that overactive default mode network, the DMN, that's causing all the anxiety and draining our batteries? Well, the antidote is its opposite, the task positive network, or TPN. This is the network that lights up when you are completely absorbed in the here and now. The practice of Mushin, of getting that unfettered mind, is really the act of consciously shifting your brain out of that draining, worrying DMN and into the focused, high-performance TPN.
Okay, this is all fantastic in theory, but how do we actually do this stuff? We don't carry swords, our duels are with our inboxes, so what we need is a modern training ground, a modern dojo, with rituals that are built for the challenges we face today.
We can adapt 3 really powerful Japanese concepts into practical rituals we can use right now. First, the digital Chaji, or a tea barrier. Second, practicing Zanshin, the remaining mind. And third, the emptying ritual, which is designed to clear out our mental cache. Okay, first step, digital Chaji. Before going into a traditional tea room, a samurai had to leave his swords outside. It was this powerful physical act that marked a shift from the world of conflict to a world of presence. We can do the same. Designate specific times and actual physical places, like the dinner table or your bedroom, where your devices are just not allowed. The physical separation is everything. Second is Zanshin. This is the practice of staying aware after you've finished something. So when you finish sending that big email, don't immediately click to the next tab or grab your phone. Just pause. Take one deep breath, sit with that feeling of completion for just 30 seconds. This tiny little act breaks the cycle of constant stimulation and reclaims the space between your actions. And finally, the emptying ritual. By the end of the day, our minds are just a mess of clutter. So take a simple piece of paper and write down everything that's bouncing around in there. Worries, ideas, things you have to do. By putting it on the page, you are literally clearing your brain's RAM and giving it permission to just let go.
Now, these might seem like small, almost trivial rituals, but when you practice them consistently, they help you develop what might just be the most misunderstood and the most valuable resource we have.
We live in an age that worships being busy. A full calendar, an overflowing inbox, a mind crammed with information. We wear these things like badges of honor. But the samurai's wisdom tells us the exact opposite is true. The real advantage, the actual superpower in the 21st century, isn't being able to process more information. It's the disciplined skill of consciously clearing it all out, of cultivating an unfettered mind that is calm, present, and ready for whatever truly matters. The mind of Mushin isn't weak or passive. It is the source of real strength, of clarity, of creativity. In a world that's just saturated with digital noise and endless distraction, the ultimate weapon isn't a faster processor or a better algorithm. It's silence. The internal silence of a mind that's at peace with itself. So in the end, this isn't just about escaping burnout. It's about what you choose to do with the freedom you create for yourself. By quieting all that noise, you make space. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you know the path to an unfettered mind, what truly important thing will you finally make room for?